Welcome to Stewart Media and Entertainment, and my name is Doug Stewart, and I'm the host today, where we'll be talking to the good folks from BV Mobile Apps. That's right, you heard me, BV Mobile Apps. It's bvmobileapps.com, and the guys that are actually going to tell you about this fine company are the owners, Gerald Oliveri and Marshall Lyons. Guys, fellas, how you doing today?
Doing great. How about yourself, Doug?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for coming on, first of all. Let's talk a little bit about the company. And before we even get into that, it's great to have you guys on, and you actually work with me at Stewart Media and Entertainment. You developed my app a while back, Gerald, and it's 2015, and I always say it on my show that you have to have an app presence in 2015 just to kind of, compete with the big boys. So this business is a hot business right now, and the guys and you guys at BV Mobile Apps do it like no one else. Let's start right there. What's you guys' background, and where did you begin creating mobile apps?
Well, we both have a background in the entertainment industry, going all the way back to college, which is where we met. We created an organization that was based on providing entertainment for students, and kind of grew from there. We did some radio as well. Back in the day, I used to be an artist, and so we kind of have that background of doing entertainment. In conjunction with that, I also went to Michigan for computer engineering, so I have a technical background. And at a certain point, we decided to kind of merge those two and actually provide technical services to the industry that we knew the best.
What about you, Marshall?
Obviously, as Gerald mentioned, we met at the University of Michigan, and just from the standpoint of the entertainment and mixing it with knowing business development, knowing sales. I've spent a lot of my time in sales and business development. It was a natural progression for me when we graduated from the University of Michigan and wanted to, move forward into business, that my focus would be on that side of the house.
Talking to Gerald Oliveri and Marshall Lyons on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Once again, my name is Doug Stewart, and we're talking about BV Mobile Apps. Why is it important, and I kind of mentioned this a couple of seconds ago in the introduction, why is it important for people to have their own mobile app in 2015, guys?
Well, one of the things that you mentioned was you said it's competitive out here, and that's one of the most important things. We build apps primarily for people within the entertainment industry, so your music artists, your actors, DJs, producers. Now, what we all know is that there are literally thousands of those individuals out here. We go to music fest throughout the country, and we tend to leave with 50 to 100 or even more CDs and business cards from your local independent artists who are traveling from across the country to attend those events. What those people have to understand is that they need to figure out what they're going to do to stand out from the crowd. Now, everybody's passing out CDs, and that's ironic because now we're in a day and age where people don't even have CD players anymore.
Right.
So it becomes, what are you going to do to take that next step and remain competitive? And the mobile app does that. Everyone is on their cell phones. We know that. So why not give people a piece of you where they can connect with you, they can listen to your music, they can buy your music, they can watch your videos all in one place, and it's on their cell phone. So when we talk to people about having a mobile app, we like to talk to them about it being a one-stop shop. And so as opposed to sending people 3 or 4 different places, send them to that one place on their phone, their mobile app, and that also gives you that competitive edge because you're doing something that the thousands of other artists aren't doing.
Right. Talking to Gerald Oliveri and Marshall Lyons. These guys are the owners of bvmobileapps.com, and that's Boy Victory mobileapps.com. It actually stands for Black Vibes mobileapps.com. What features will my mobile app have once it's developed?
Well, kind of like Marshall said, it's a one-stop shop. So it'll have all your social networks in there. It'll have all your videos, photos. It'll have your blog in there. It'll also have your contact information so people can actually call you directly from the app. They can even text you directly from the app. one of the biggest things that it will also allow you to do is use the push notifications, kind of like with your show. Whenever you go on the air, you can send out a push notification so people know you're on the air, and that's a lot more reliable than having to wait to see if someone sees what you posted on Twitter or on Instagram, because they may not be on there at the time. But if they have their phone, they're going to get that notification, and I think that is very, very important when you're talking about delivering your message to people who want to hear it. So you'll have all those features together, and the best thing about that is you're able to control that at any time.
Yeah, you're listening to Stewart Media and Entertainment. We're talking to the guys from BV Mobile Apps. That's bvmobileapps.com. They have a huge presence on social media as well. You need to check them out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You guys on Periscope, right?
We do Periscope too.
Yeah, all at BV Mobile Apps, okay? So that's BV Mobile Apps. Once again, people are always looking for ways to generate revenue. I know I am with Stewart Media and Entertainment. Can you actually make money from your mobile app?
Yes, you can, and that's one of the awesome benefits. Some of our competitors, and there are a few other mobile app developers out there, but we feel like we're better. And of course, I'm biased, but hey,
Right.
based on what I've seen, I stand by that statement. Some of our competitors, what they'll do with the ad revenue, that as everyone knows, within a mobile app, there are ads that are placed in there. What a lot of companies will do is an ad split. So they'll say they'll retain 60% of the revenue and the client will get 40%. With us, the client retains 100% of their ad revenue.
Wow.
And so we don't do the ad split. We keep it simple and say, hey, you know what? We provide them with a step-by-step process to set up the ads so they know how to manage the ads that are showing up in their app. And beyond that, they retain all the ad revenue. So absolutely. In addition, of course, if you're a music artist and you're linked to iTunes and Amazon, people are able to purchase your music right through your app. So that's another way to generate revenue.
Yeah, and obviously we're all businessmen, and for the most part, a lot of the people that you deal with are up-and-coming business people, and so making revenue like that is definitely a plus. We're talking to Gerald Oliveri and Marshall Lyons, owners of BV Mobile Apps. Apps don't cost as much as you think. They don't take as long as you think to develop. We'll get into that here in a second. Why do you only create mobile apps for entertainers? Now, you kind of talked about that a little bit earlier, but kind of expound a little bit about that for our listeners.
Well, we wanted to really specialize in the area that we knew. We didn't want to create apps for Joe's Plumbing Shop and, all these other different businesses that are out there. We wanted to focus in on a specific industry that we knew we could provide great service for. We know what artists need. We know what radio shows need. We know what DJs need because we're in that industry. We live it. We've been living it for years, and so we know what to provide to these clients. And I think that's a very, very important difference between us and some other developers who may create apps for anybody who comes along. They may not truly understand what a DJ needs. A DJ wants to have their mixes in there so that they can, disseminate it to their audience and people can listen right there. Or, someone with the radio show needs to be able to listen live and have their previous episodes in there, call them directly while they're on the air, things like that we understand that most developers may not understand, and that's why we specialize in that market because that's what we know best.
And that's what I was about to say. It's all about specialization. A lot of times companies go awry when they try to wear too many hats, but you guys specifically cater to entertainers.
Exactly.
Yeah, talking to Gerald Oliveri right now, as well as Marshall Lyons, owners of BV Mobile Apps. It's B as in boy, V as in victory, mobileapps.com. I've worked with them with my show, The Doug Stewart Show, on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, and they do a fine job. Never had any issues with the app that they've produced for me, and always customer service oriented. Let me ask you this question. You just talked about the fact that you guys deal with entertainers specifically. Here's something I've really wanted to know, and I should have asked you this a while back. But how many clients do you have? But that's not really the big part of the question. The other part of that question is, maybe have you guys created an app for anybody that we know? We're in Atlanta. You guys are based in Atlanta, and there's a lot of stars, a lot of entertainers. I'm sure the listeners to this infomercial would love to hear if there are any particular stars that you've worked with in the past.
Well, is there a bigger star than Doug Stewart?
Hey, that's the answer I wanted to hear.
We created, one of the things I'll say is this. We tend to focus our energy on the independent or regional artists or people within the entertainment industry, and we do that not just from the standpoint of the pricing, but also in just making sure that everything is available and works for them. Now, are we capable of creating an app for, someone who's number one on the Billboard charts? Of course we can, and we're certainly pitching that, and we're looking for those opportunities as well. But the bulk of our audience tends to be those who are, more regional. So in Atlanta, for example, if you're a hip hop fan in Atlanta, one person that you have to know is a guy by the name of Fort Knox.
Right.
Fort Knox tends to host a lot of events, very energetic, very passionate, good guy. And we created his app probably about 2 years ago. And so that's just kind of just throwing one of the, many names out there. But yeah, certainly, we've done quite a bit for your local and regional people, and we're looking to continue to grow on that.
And to kind of piggyback off of that, we also have partnerships with major DJ coalitions like the Fleet DJs. We're the official mobile app provider for Fleet DJs, and to go along with that, we've created apps for several of their DJs. And so they're the second biggest DJ coalition in the world. We've also created apps for other DJ coalitions, and we have partnerships with them. So we're strongly entrenched in the DJ community as well as the radio show community as well. We've created the app for WRFG 89.3, which is a station here in Atlanta, pretty big station, been here for over 40 years. So
yeah, content is always changing, man. How are people able to update their app once it has been created?
Well, it's very easy. You create an account on our site, and through that account, you can go in, you can maintain your app, and everything can be changed without requiring us to get involved, except something that may require us to actually update the app and submit an update to the store, like, changing out the actual app icon, or if you want to completely change the design of the app. But all of the content in the app can be changed through either your console on our site or through the other channels that we integrate in there, such as YouTube. So if you integrate your YouTube channel and then you upload a video to YouTube, it'll automatically be available in the app. So content maintenance is very easy.
You're listening to Stewart Media and Entertainment, and we're talking to the guys from BV Mobile Apps. That's bvmobileapps.com. They have a huge presence on social media once again. Check them out at BV Mobile Apps on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, as well as Periscope. I actually love that Periscope, man. I Periscope every single day. I love that Periscope. So we're talking about their business.
We just don't sing on our Periscope.
Right. Okay, so that's kind of like an inside joke, but I am a very talented singer. That's another story. We're here to talk about BV Mobile Apps, and we're talking to the owners, Gerald Oliveri and Marshall Lyons. All right, so that kind of ties into my next question for you guys, and I actually put it out there to some of my listeners to send me in some questions concerning BV Mobile Apps and the companies that I work with as far as who I advertise with or who advertises with me. Will there be an app available on Google Play and in the App Store for people to download?
Yes, we do offer apps for Android and iPhone, and they are available actually in the store. I know that is one of the other differences with our competitors is that you may get an app from them, but your app isn't actually in Google Play. It's within someone else's app. You have to go download their app, and then somehow your app is buried underneath all of that. No, your app, it'll be the Doug Stewart Show or fill in the blank, whatever the client's name is, in the actual App Store as well as on Google Play. We also create apps for Amazon. Kindle is the number 2 tablet in the world behind iPads, and so a lot of people use Kindles. You can actually get your app on Amazon and BlackBerry as well. We cover all 4 out of the 5 major platforms. The only one that we don't do is Microsoft.
Wow.
So yes, all those platforms it will be available on.
And once again, technology changes so fast. I would think that's one of the major things that people are looking for, companies are looking for, to be included with a new app, right?
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's key because that's what people expect when they say they're going to get their own app, is that they're going to be in an app store, not that they're going to be within someone else's app that's in the App Store.
Right. Yeah, talking to the guys from BV Mobile Apps, that's BVMobileApps.com here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, and talking about apps. And wow, 2015, I know that having an app is a huge, huge thing for my business. It's actually brought me a lot of customers. And let's just be honest, everybody has an app, or everybody has a cell phone, and everybody has apps that they go to on a daily basis. So you have to have an app presence in 2015. So we're talking to the guys about what they do at BV Mobile Apps and some of the experience that they have in the business. Question. There are a lot of people, app developers out there, and we know that. We kind of talked about that a little bit today. What sets you guys apart from your competitors outside of some of the things you've already talked about? Clearly you're qualified, but what kind of separates you guys from the norm?
I would say customer service, and as simple of an answer as that may seem to be, it's critical.
Right.
We really focus on responding to our clients or someone who's interested has a question within 24 hours. That's our goal, is to respond within 24 hours via email or perhaps a phone call if necessary. But nonetheless, we take the customer service side very serious, and that's really been the lifeblood for us. We have a referral program that you can sign up for. You don't have to have an app in order to sign up for the referral program. So, for anyone who's interested in making a little money and also referring anyone over, they can certainly sign up for it. But with the referral program, the strength of that is the customer service.
Right.
And that's because if someone refers someone over, they're really vouching for them. And so we don't want to let them down. We want to meet and exceed the expectations, and that's something that's very important to us. So Gerald and I are always on email, always, whether we, at our desktop, we're on a phone, whatever it may be, just trying to respond to our customer inquiries as soon as we can.
Yeah, and
I think the other thing to go along with it is I would say if anyone does their research as far as people who create apps and just do a price comparison, you'll see that not only are we competitively priced, oftentimes we are lower priced. And if you're an artist or a DJ, it would be better to go with us because we specialize in that area as opposed to other people that just do apps for everybody. So I think that when you put all of that together, that we have a better product at a lower price, and we're going to be there for you. I think that those three things combined, set us apart.
Absolutely agree. Customer service never goes out of style. That's one of my pet peeves. I go into these restaurants and, one company's customer service is lacking in comparison to others, and that's the final decision a lot of times in the business that you tend to deal with. So that's a great thing. I know, and once again, I've worked with you guys and never had an issue at all. Very responsive to my questions and to my inquiries about the product, so I can definitely sign off on that. We are finishing up with the guys from BVMobileApps.com. That's BVMobileApps.com. Check them out online and get all the details even further than what we're talking about today. And the owners are on with us today as well, Gerald Oliveri and Marshall Lyons. There are a lot of developers out there, man, and people are always looking for discounts. Do you offer any special deals for potential clients, especially clients and people that listen to the Doug Stewart Show?
Absolutely. If you come on our site and you just pick one of the plans that we have there, you can get a 20% discount if you pay for the entire year.
Wow.
We have monthly plans, but if you decide, hey, I'm going to commit to this, which a lot of people want to do with long term for their promotions, and you do it for the entire year, that's 20% off, which is basically 2.5 months for free. And I mean that's a significant discount. Both plans have that 20% discount.
Wow. So what exactly is there a code or how exactly do people that have heard about this discount, how do they identify themselves again?
Oh, there's no code. Once you go on there, it'll ask you if you want to pay monthly or yearly, and it'll give you the option to say yearly, and if you do, you automatically get that 20% discount.
Okay, got you. And we're finishing up right now with Gerald Oliveri and Marshall Lyons, owners of BV Mobile Apps. That's BVMobileApps.com, and here on Stewart Media and Entertainment. All right, so how do people start the process, and how long does it take? That's something that I've talked about a lot on my show whenever I'm discussing BV mobile apps is it doesn't cost as much as you think, and it doesn't take as long as you think to develop the app. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, the nice thing about when we put this together, and I can remember Gerald and I working through the steps, we said we want to simplify this as much as possible. I don't want to say dumb down, but I certainly want to say we wanted to simplify the process as much as we could. And so what happens is after you click to sign up, it walks you through each step, and as each step is completed, it marks it. It gives it a check mark. And so once you finished setting up your app, and that's very convenient for someone who says, well, what do I do next? Am I finished? Is there anything else I have to do? You'll know as you're working through the steps how far you have to go and how much it remains and when you're complete. The other piece is it takes 15, maybe 20 minutes to upload everything that's needed so that we can then go about the process of starting to create the app. So you're looking at a 15 to 20-minute process, walks you through the steps, very simple, very straightforward.
Yeah, expound upon that a little bit more, the technical aspect about going in and making changes, and once you receive the app, once the app is implemented, talk about how easy it is for the technical aspect for guys that don't normally, or ladies for that matter, that don't normally work on computers or apps like you guys do. How easy is it to navigate around in the administrative side of things?
It would be about as easy as it would if you had your own blog and you wanted to type something out. If you wanted to type in, an article, it's just as simple as typing in what you need and uploading a picture. Or for the photo gallery, you just want to go in, put a caption in, and upload a picture. It's pretty straightforward for everything that's there. All the account information is pretty laid out for you. It'll tell you where you put your Twitter, where you put your Instagram, where you put your Facebook link or your SoundCloud link, or any other links that we have available at that time. You can fill in your description, and you can change that whenever you want to. You can also change your profile picture that appears in the app in the About section. So all of the steps are pretty straightforward. You can also change your color scheme. It has a nice color picker there for you. So it's pretty straightforward, and it's simple enough for anybody to grasp.
Finishing up with Gerald Oliveri as well as Marshall Lyons, owners of BV Mobile Apps, right here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. All right, this is a big question. I've been waiting for this one all day, and this is probably the last thing I'm going to ask you guys. If I know someone else who needs their own mobile app, can I get a referral fee if I refer them to you guys? That's the big thing. I need to know that.
Yeah, we share the revenue. You can get paid, and we can get paid. So, absolutely. A lot of people out there know someone who's an artist, or they know a DJ, or they know somebody who has a radio show. All you have to do is come to our site and sign up for the referral program, which is free. It only takes a few minutes to do it. We just have to verify your information, and at that point, you'll get links that you can post on social media, you can post on your website, or if someone just comes to our site directly and they mention your name, then you'll get the referral credit. And the best thing about that process is we force the new client to tell us whether they were referred or not. That's not an optional field. They have to say yes or no, I was referred. And if they say yes, then they have to type in who referred them. And at that point, we'll associate it with your account. And once they've been with us for 60 days, you can either get $25 or $35, depending on which plan they sign up for. So if you're a current client, that could end up paying for your service.
Wow.
If you're not a client at all, which you don't have to be, that's some good chunk of change that you can get just for knowing folks.
Wow.
So, absolutely.
Fantastic. Now, see, that's what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to hear. So you mean I get a functionable app, very easy to navigate, and I can get paid for it all at the same time? I mean, that's just vanglorious. That's just tremendous, man. Guys, thank you so much for coming on today and talking about BV mobile apps. Once again, for the listeners out there that are tuning in right now, it's bvmobileapps.com. It actually is an acronym for Black Vibes Mobile Apps.com. So once again, bvmobileapps.com. As well as check them out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Periscope as well, all at Black Vibes, okay? Black Vibes, or BV, I'm sorry, bvmobileapps.com as well. Guys, thank you so much for the time, and good luck to you going forward.
We appreciate it, Doug.
There they are. There they are. BV Mobile Apps on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Once again, bvmobileapps.com. That's bvmobileapps.com. Thank you for tuning in, and see you soon.